Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Now, as promised, this is my final Keter Sanctuary deck profile update, and this is my Hexaorb Sorceress. Now, unfortunately guys, I can't find for the life of me the player's name who uses Hexaorb in the anime. So I can't give him this credit. So, right now, I'm gonna just call him the unknown player until see what comes up. Hopefully some information. But so with that being said, let's just dive right into this video because without the name I can't give him credit except for the fact what he looks like. So but anyways, let's just dive into the right deck. This is going to be my Triconnect Sorceress for grade 0, Tier Square Sorceress for grade 1, Pentagleam Sorceress for grade 2, and finally Hexaorb Sorceress. So her skill is, just because we're doing the main grade 3 card right now, her skill are both Vanguard related. So one's auto and this one's an active skill. So when you drive check reveals a trigger unit, choose one of your rear guards and it gets 10,000 power until the end of turn. One turn only for this ability for active skill. If you persona ride this turn, Kurablast 1 and Soul Blast 1. Reveal up to one trigger or one critical trigger or front trigger from your hand and put it on top of your deck, and this unit gets +1 drive until the end of the turn. So that is her main ability, and hence why she's kind of a broken sauce if you make her right. There are still times I wanted to look at everybody's deck profile and see what their variants are, and some do rely on Fasado and Alden sometimes. But I feel like Hexaorb is meant to be like a sorceress kind of deck most of the time. So I can't be really mad at it too much. But it's worth a shot. So that is my ride deck right there. And I can't complain. And yes, I'm using Donji's pink color sleeves. Just because they can count as girls too. So hence why I'm kind of a little bit mad at Donji right now. But that's just me. So anyways, for the main deck, we are playing, for the trigger lineup, we're playing actually, I lied. 4 heals, 4 crits, and apparently 7 fronts, and 1 over trigger. I told you this deck would be slightly different than my Bastion deck, where this is more aggro. This one's more defensive. So, that's kind of why I like it so much. But, with that being said, let's just dive right into the video. Oh, I already said that. I'm sorry, you guys. Today's been like a rocky kind of day. So, hold on one second. Sippy. If you guys want to know what I've been drinking, ta-da! Mountain Dew Voodoo. The best one ever. So anyways, now we're back on track. We got our caffeine in. Our drugs. Just kidding. So, I'm playing 4 Circuling Sorceress for heals. We're playing Knight of Heavenly Hammer Gurgant. Now, unfortunately, I can't find another pair of copies of White Fang Witch Disma. I mean, I could have taken her out for my Bastion deck and put her here for a quick second, by just choosing it. You know what? The show will go on. But it's okay. So, we're gonna fix that issue. So, good to know. For fronts, I'm playing 4 White Crow Sorcerer Taxus. I almost said Texas. Well, everything's bigger than Texas apparently. And then 3 fronts, which is also Lord or Bard of the Heavenly Song Alpacc. If you're probably thinking well, if I'm playing all fronts, why not make her at 4 and put Sorcerer at 3? Well, here's the thing. I do this to all my decks as well. The new ones get only a 3 of. Now, when the new stuff comes out, then I will change it to its nearest extent. I might add some draw triggers in some of these decks again, but right now I feel like it's just good just the way it is, because Sorcerer is the main archetype for the main series for this deck, and Alec is in there just for the extra 20k shield apparently. So for this one too, this is also a proxy, but this will be a over trigger. I'm using Spiritual King of Determination Olbaria from the trial decks. Now, the one I will be making it soon once I get some more boxes or maybe order some online. This one will be the main trigger for in place of this one. So that's kind of why I have them in here. But for right now, I'm just playing it how it is, and I will eventually write down the decks and the name and the cards that will go back in there naturally. So, anyways, so he's in there just for that generic 100k power, 100 million power boosts. So that's pretty much it. And that is my trigger lineup for right now. And like I said, it's going to be temporary because the critical is going to be Wifing Witch Disma, and the King of Determination would be the Keter Sanctuary's Overtrigger. So, be patient. There'll be another list probably soon. Like this is the version V.1 right now. So V2 will be coming out in the next future sets. So maybe in set 3 or 4, we will be having some more of those. Now for the grade 1s, we're playing a huge amount of grade 1s, I think. Let me double check this grade amount. So we are playing 15 copies. 15 grade 1s in here. So this is all from grade 2 support or for set 2. For 4 copies is Diaglass Sorceress. She's one of the newer cards that we have from set 2, and I think her ability is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and read her effect for 1 second. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, if you have a Vanguard with Hexaorb Sorceress or Pentagleam Sorceress, cannibalize 1 and discard a card from your hand. Look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 2 unit cards from among them, call them to rearguard, and put the rest at the top of your deck in any order. So it's a 2 cards, so you have to choose either the full 2 or up to 2. So maybe even 1's good enough. So, and that's just an essential right there. And it's like 1 counterblast and discard a card from your hand, which is not a bad ideal. Now, you can argue that this deck can also use draw triggers as well if you really want to, but I prefer just fronts because you just want to rush them a little bit. And some of the effects do require a critical and a front, so I think that's a good option right there. Okay, let me check something here. Oh, there it goes. Next, I'm playing 4 copies of Divine Sister Tartine, right there. And her skill is, when this unit is placed on rear guard, Soul Blast 1 and rest this unit. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose 1 card from among them, put it on top of your deck in any order, or put top deck on your deck and put the rest at the bottom of your deck. So it's kind of like, she has like Coco's ability, except it now requires a Soul Blast 1 and rest that unit. So Coco's skill allows you to look at the top card of your deck, either put on top or bottom. I don't know, it's been a while since I saw Sister Coco. So, and I think I have her still in my thing. So I gotta have to double check that. But yeah. So basically, this is like a premonition of Oracle Thing Tank a little bit too. So, next I'm playing 3 copies of Knight of Heavily Roar Reedy. So, this one right here, I thought she was like really cute, and her skill is more speaking towards Hexaorb more than anything. So her skill is, and I'm just gonna go ahead and read this for a little bit. Soul Blast 2, and until the end of the turn, the power increase of trigger effect revealed for your drive checks gets plus 5,000 power. So, an additional 15,000 power is added to the front to the triggers. So, if you get fronts or criticals, it'll be additional 15,000 power right then and there. And then if you get an over trigger, that's like 100 million power and 5,000. I think that's probably a little way much, but I don't know. It's 100 million power. No one can up against that shit, but I thought it was pretty funny. And for temporary use, I'm using 4 generic complete guards from the structure deck. Lifesaving Angel Kurabiel. Like I said, most of these cards are just from the trial decks, and most of them are just like from random cards until I get the next list of cards I need. So I found out from my shop manager, he's getting the restock of set 1, so we're going to be opening a lot of those boxes. I'm looking forward to them, because I would love to open more of those boxes and get more of the holo versions and the extra cards that I did not get last time. So it'd be nice to have one of those. But yeah, that is my grade 1s. For grade 2s, I believe this is going to be 8 grade 2s. Yeah. So now we're playing 4 new copies of Exquisite Knight Olwein. So he's the new one. And his skill is, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if your Vanguard is Hexaorb Sorceress, Soul Blast 1, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 cards from among them, put them on top of your deck any order you wish. And put the rest to your bottom of your deck in any order. So if you like 2 of them, put 2 of them back. And when your drive check reveals a trigger unit, Counterblast 1. And this unit gets plus 10,000 power at the end of the turn. So, like all the other effects, it does require you to use Oracle abilities. So, Ignite with a little bit of magic, I'm down, pretty much. And finally, for our grade 2s, we're playing 4 copies of Divine Sister Pastelitos. Yeah, Pastelitos right here. And her ability is, when your drive check reveals a trigger unit, Soul Blast 1. And this unit gets plus 5,000 power in a turn. So she's an automatically 15k attacker. Combined with the triggers, it'd be like 25. Well, actually, no, that'd be like plus 15 because of the one skill. This deck's all about really. It is about combo heavy, so I think that's pretty good. So, yes, that is my only grade 2s in this deck. For grade 3s now, we're playing 7 grade 3s. I think this is gonna be enough. I might be wrong, but you know what? That's the fun part about creating decks. You build your deck the way you want to build it and feel what's best for your playstyle. So, alright, next up. So for grade 3s, I'm playing 3 Hexaorb Sorceress, the main bitch, the HBIC, the head bitch in charge, pretty much. 2 copies of Octadevote Sorceress, and she's the one, again, one of the newer ones as well. So, when you drive check reveals a trigger unit, if your Vanguard is Hexaorb Sorceress, retire this unit and counter charge and soul charge. So basically what she does is the same thing as Fasado with the cost, but the difference is she retires herself and counter charge 1 and soul charge 1. Rather than Fasado's ability is, as long as the attack hits, you counter charge and soul charge 1. Soul charge. But that's it. But anyways, those skills, those 2. And as for the order cards, I'm using the same ones I use for Bastion because I think it's more appropriate for both of them to have it. The War of Holy Judgement Cometh, just because it's a draw too heavy, and one of your units get plus 5k power, so that's not a bad thing at all. So I like it so far, and there'll be more support coming out pretty soon eventually. But in the meantime, we'll wait patiently because I don't think I'm going to slow down this game anytime soon, and I cannot wait for the day we can finally have official big tournaments here in Utah, where I can finally feel at peace and finally have these decks to shine one at a time. So, anyways, you guys, this is the complete conclusion of Hexaorb Sorceress deck profile update, and also the conclusion of Keter Sanctuary's decks, pretty much. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your guys' love and support, very much so. Believe it or not, I actually do. And, yeah, and I hope we'll see you guys next future videos. So next week, I will be doing the nostalgic Dragong Overlord / Fanluster Dragon deck profiles for that week. And then, oh god forbid. So I have to ask you this question. What are your thoughts on the new Lyrical Nation? Do you think it's time for me to try something new and give the Lyricals a chance to shine? Or just go ahead and just say pass on the Lyricals and let someone else have them, focus on what you do? Or do you want me to include the Six Nations? So I'm more happy to do what makes you feel a little bit happy. So, anyways, you guys, I've been your beloved host, Siren Frost. Thank you all for watching, and as always, you guys, this stack will be in the box down below, in the description box. So go ahead and look at that, check out that list, and yeah, I cannot wait to see you guys next week. And despite how life's being crazy right now, and it's the Halloween fest, Oktoberfest, things are going to get a little crazy, but I will try and make my best to do the decks for you guys, and let's have fun with it. Anyways, I've been your host, Siren Frost. Have a good night, guys.